What's up, everybody? CR with One Up Boys here to tell you all about a pretty devious alien who is absolutely up to no good. With powers made for destruction and a body made of solar energy, this is not an alien you even want to hear about because your planet is most likely about to be burned to a crisp. Welcome to the history of Pyron. How he was created. Pyron was created by the Capcom Japan design team for Vampire the Night Warriors in 1994. There hasn't been much information on how he was created, with only a couple pictures of prototypes and even concept art. His inspiration, however, is most likely through the Bible's interpretation of the Antichrist honoring a foreign god, culminating in their rule together. The foreign god would likely be the god of fortresses, otherwise known as Mars Quirinus. This is actually the Roman god Mars, who is worshipped in two separate aspects. The planet of Mars itself is heavily associated with aliens already, with the Japanese name Kasai, meaning fire planet. Pyron's look. This alien dude has had one look, and I don't think it's going to be changing much soon, due to something confusing I'll explain in a second, but I really don't have a problem with it because his design is extremely solid. From one of his arts made for the series, the artist Daigo Ikeno said that he used pictures of solar flares as references to draw him, which is pretty fitting for the character. Personality. Pyron is an alien from the planet Hellstorm. His race loved war, and their planet easily dwarfed the entire Milky Way. Pyron eventually became particularly powerful and had hobbies such as collecting worlds and celestial objects by consuming them in flames. He's your pretty stereotypical villain, being extremely arrogant, even calling himself the Lord of Living Flames. He likes the challenge of battle, mostly so he can consume strong warriors. This coincides with why he even spared Earth 65 million years before the series started. He saw the potential of the planet and created the Huitzil to inform him when strong warriors were in large supply for the planet. Eventually, though, he was absorbed by Dimitri, but I don't know if this is a canon ending or not, considering his appearance in the second game is basically non-canon, only coming back when Majijin was created, but this might also not be canon. Abilities. Pyron is essentially a god. He consumes worlds, which fuels his power as an incorporeal being of pure fire. He can create beings, although we've only seen him command his army of Huitzil. He can also fly at speeds beyond light, and his flames can become as powerful as a supernova. His body is completely made of solar energy, which is also a weakness, as any beings who can absorb such energy could destroy him pretty easily. Games he's been in. Pyron's American game appearances are Darkstalkers the Night Warriors for arcades in 1994, Night Warriors Darkstalkers Revenge for arcades in 1995, the console version of Darkstalkers 3 for Sega Saturn and PS1 in 1998, Darkstalkers Chronicle the Chaos Tower for PSP in 2004, and Darkstalkers Resurrection for PS3, PSN, and Xbox Live Arcade in 2013. His Japanese-only Darkstalker game appearances are Vampire Hunter 2 and Vampire Darkstalkers Collection. Other games he appeared in are Capcom Fighting Evolution, SNK vs. Capcom Card Fighters Clash, Card Fighters 2, Card Fighters DS, and Project Cross Zone 2. Voice actors. Pyron has had 2 Japanese VAs and 2 English VAs throughout Darkstalkers media. In the video games, he's always been voiced by Nobuyuki Hiyama, who has voiced such characters as Ye in Fist of the Blue Sky Re-Genesis, Kyryose in Matoi the Sacred Slayer, and Sambash in Seiju Sentai Gingamen. His Japanese VA for the anime was Shinji Ogawa. Some characters he voiced are Emperor Acto's Skill in Kaizoku Sentai Gokaiger, Tatsuoki in Witchblade, and Hyo in Fist of the North Star 2. His English VA for the anime was David Kay, who has also voiced Clank throughout Ratchet & Clank, Megatron from Beast Wars to Cybertron, and Duckworth in the 2018 DuckTales. Richard Newman was his final VA for the animated series. A couple other roles he had are Professor Slopsink in Johnny Test, Master Sue in Puka, and Ratchman in Black Lagoon. Extra info. In the cartoon series, one of the stranger additions is Pyron's brother, Terramon, especially considering in the comics that Pyron destroys his home planet, although most characters in the show are completely different anyways. Funnily, due to Street Fighter Cross Tekken taking place in the Namco Cross universe, Pyron knows about Paul Phoenix, who has had run-ins with some aliens before. Even being the boss of the first game, this dude hasn't really had all that much time to shine, and is usually used as the butt of a couple joke endings in Capcom crossover games nowadays. I think it's more likely we'll be seeing him in a couple more crossover games before we see him back in the canonical ring of the Darkstalkers series. Until then, I hope you enjoyed, and see you next video.